I'm Paul Levinson, and welcome to Light On Light Through, episode 301, my review of The Time Traveler's Wife, first episode. It debuted on HBO a few nights ago. This new series is based on the 2003 novel by Audrey Niffenegger, which I haven't read, and it was made into a movie in 2009, which I did see and really liked, but I didn't review because I was too busy promoting the first edition of my then new book, New Media. Well, HBO, as I said, is offering this story in a brand new series, and I thought the first episode was excellent. Here's the setup. Henry is the time traveler pulled into the past, sometimes the future, with nothing but his skin, not of his own volition, usually in the time frame of his own lifetime. He can meet earlier and later versions of himself, and often does. Claire is the wife. Henry, already a man, meets her as a girl. First time in her life she's seen him. In his later life, they are already married. And it's that age of Henry that is already married to Claire that he travels back to meet the young Claire. They love each other, but their lives together are certainly not easy. I do know some of what will happen in subsequent episodes because, as I said, I saw the movie. But this review will be spoiler-free. Hey, I'm doing a lot of spoiler-free reviews lately. That probably won't last, though. Anyway, back to The Time Traveler's Wife. There's probably more humor than heartbreak in this story, but I wouldn't call it a comedy. It's a frothy mix of frivolity and potentially life and death situations and predicaments at hand. Henry and Claire are both highly intelligent, which makes the challenges they encounter, together and separate, a lot of fun to see. And intellectually provocative. The action in the lead roles is great, just what you'd want in a narrative like this. Theo James, last seen and missed now as Sidney in Sanditon, is perfect as Henry, irreverent, fast-thinking and fast-acting, and pretty good in a fight. Rose Leslie, who lit up the screen as Ygritte in Game of Thrones. Remember her? She came from the way up north country. Well, in The Time Traveler's Wife, she ranges as required, from Spitfire to vulnerable, as good at strategizing as is Henry, and at least as important a mover of events in the story as Henry. So we're off to a fine start with our central couple. We'll meet other characters, of course, as well as seemingly insurmountable problems, as befits the genre of time travel in the episodes ahead, and I'll be back here with reviews of each and every one of them. And I hope you enjoyed this review of The Time Traveler's Wife, the new TV series, episode 1.1. I will be back here next week with my review of 1.2, and I'm continuing to review two other excellent science fiction television series. The Man Who Fell to Earth, you'll get my review of the next episode of that in the coming weeks, and the new Star Trek that's really superb. I reviewed the first two episodes of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and I'll continue to review every episode of that new Star Trek series. And some good new science fiction television series and detective series as well. Coming up in the next month, I'll be reviewing some of those. In the meantime, stay safe, stay sound, and do what you can to help those brave people in Ukraine get the Russians out of their country once and for all.
The Light on Light Through podcast.
Athens, 2042 AD. She ripped the paper in half, then ripped the halves, then ripped what was left again into bits and pieces of history that could have been. Sierra Waters had read once that, years ago, it was thought that men made love for the thrill, while women made love for the sense of connection it gave them.
Curled Up with a Good Book says, Sierra Waters is sexy as hell. You can find out more about The Plot to Save Socrates by Paul Levinson at theplot2savesocrates.com.
Paul Levinson spills codes about an ancient biotech war raging on in secret for centuries.